Hello everyone out there, this is Gamer1745. I hope this is streaming correctly onto the correct service as in YouTube, and yes, it so appears to be. We're going to leave squad, yes. We're going to invite to squad my good friend Chump Diggins, or otherwise known as Tippet, who's going to start grinding his mouse. It's not good to grind your mouse. I've ground through a bunch of mice. The little pad things on them eventually come off, you know, on the bottom. I went through a bunch of Logitech mice cables, you know, that connect the mice to the computer. And yes, I am just rambling. Connect the mouse to the computer. That I went over to a cordless mouse for quite some time because I just would go through it. But now that I'm doing more and more gaming, I've got a gaming mouse with a cable. This is much more reinforced right where the cable meets the mouse, so that I hopefully won't grind it through it so fast. Hello, Drunken Barbarian. Hello, Patriotic Brit. By the way, that was me yesterday. Hello, everyone. Okay, I knew you were online with us yesterday, if that's what you're referring to. That you were telling us that you have email troubles and remembering your login information, I'm presuming. And if Toyjet wants to fire up War Thunder, will give him an invite as well. I thought I invited Tippet, and he's maybe in the middle of something still. Realistic. And so we'll see about driving some tanks for a little while. I guess we could. Why are we here with this? Level 1 tanks. I don't know. Don't know. What do we want to play as, though? Level 3, drive some Panthers, or ranked sort of 2, mid-war? Want to do some 3.7s and below? Hello, Logan Culbertson. Well, that sounds cool. No problem, Tippet. I see, and I'll give you one of an invite. An invite? Oh, yeah. Hello, Ed French. Not up on Twitch. Nope. Sundays are YouTube days. Saturdays are Twitch days. Just sort of waiting for Tippet, and then we'll be driving some tanks here. I can't be stuck to one platform. It would be easier to just be on YouTube, but I also want to do other platforms, so I also do Twitch, but I also want to do YouTube, so it's growing everything. Is that kind of thing? If you want to, Logan, you can. Right now we just okay. We're well, as soon as, well, let's see, what level are you at? Okay. Yeah, it looks sort of like it. If Toyjet, if you want to sort of get like 3.7 and below, 3.7 and below. Make sure your vehicles are that way, so we're sort of matched. And yeah, start up your War Thunder, and well, let's see, is there something here? No. And then next episode, or next mission, we can play. You can join the squad. There'll be at least. Okay. As soon as you're ready, hit ready. We'll go. Just you and me this time. We'll get some more people in shortly. And we will be playing Hearts of Iron 4 with Man the Guns, the current British campaign that we're playing soon. Okay, revoke. Okay, revoke invites. Yeah, we'll re-invite him once we're done with this. Okay, well then, Ed French, you're probably gonna have a lot of downloading to do, so I don't know how fast. Oh, I need to get Discord up. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. Hear me real time instead of delayed. Who's chatting at me? Okay. Okay, I'm back level 3 here. Well, we're already up and going. Okay, oh, well, hold it, we're still... GHQ, go into the GHQ in my Discord, if you like. But well, I was talking about War Thunder. We're using Discord to, hear me live. Oh, I want to. Oh well, I'm not really prepared. I'm in a white tank. Everybody gets to shoot at me first. We got Toy Jet bouncing over the trenches in a Puma with big eyes on the side. Hello, JP. It's my Discord channel, but I can post an invite after we get done with this. If you want anybody can have it. So yeah, I'm still in a white tank. I'm not gonna try to bump the Sherman off all the way, but the last of the Panzer III. Always to the flanks, always to the flanks. Toy Jet's good enough to drive in there with his armored car and just shoot everybody up. Somebody just hits me and knocks my crew out. Let's throw some smoke around, but not in enough time. Yeah, Stug got me from long range up on the hill. Good shot there, Stug. Why are you using a winter camo? Because I didn't make the adjustment fast enough, and I last played the vehicle with a winter camo, meaning I screwed up. That's why I got shot so fast, because it was like, everybody, hey, shoot at Gamer, he's in white. Toy Jet showing off. Yeah, do the high jump there, Toy Jet. Let's try it again without getting shot by the... Nope, no. Got a 50 caliber, I figured it would probably go through that armor. The gun shield armor, that is. Well, I've hit you 3 times now. You've hit me once. How, I don't know. Grab some more personnel. Well, let's drop some artillery on. Well, that guy. No. I can't go anywhere. I'm fixing my tank. Okay. Now I can. Again, going for the flank. Maybe we'll be smarter and more effective this time. Maybe not, but we'll see. Yeah, well, it's sort of desert camo, but that's the color that the German tanks... This is the ochre or the desert, I don't know. But I'm going with the stuff. Late war tanks were... This was their base coat. There's a Stug that just fired at me and I just killed. Yay, it's so nice to take this Stug out. There we go. Oh, should be coming over to say hi. No depression. Tried to do it on the bounce. The BT-7 stopping it all? No. KV-1. Let's see if we can hit that. I'll hit it.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Ooh, he was looking right towards me. Hopefully I messed up his gun enough that he won't be able to shoot when I come back out here, but he's hiding, which is smart. No, I don't even know if I have enough penetrating power to really punch him. There we go. The gray wasn't the worst idea in the world that the Germans had for, you know, being less visible with tanks. It's not really a camouflage. Single color, I wouldn't call it camouflage. But it's, you know, low visibility color for sure. Yeah, this is a good idea, I think. Get behind them. Turret, there we go. No real hope to hit them, but some dirt roads I've driven on at the moment. Okay. I don't mean games. Looks like we've overrun them. Its no-go zone. looks, there's still a chance he can kill me. Looks like I've only died once. Toy jet jumping over things. Okay, well, I only died once. Okay, let's see if we can invite. Oh, yes, Blue Coat. Blue, we will add you to the friends list there. I presume that you, okay, domination, okay, not ready, but let's see. Add Tippett and Blue Coat, Blue an invite if he's here, able to show up. We're all ready, so okay, good. Oh, well, we're all here, good. Oh, no, cancel. Now, yeah, we're playing, let's see, looks really good with 3.7s and below. Yeah, looks all good. Presume that's good. Okay. Well, still waiting for Blue Coat. Hit the ready button when you can. Oh, and yes, Logan, I figured you were that. Let's see. Also, I wanted to, and I will do so again here. This is the invite to the Discord server, if anybody wants to go there. Oh, let me click back, sorry. And it's to hear me, I'm in the GHQ room if you want to hear me. Or if you've got a microphone, you can also join in there. Okay, we're all green now that I've done that. And yes, I have a noisy chair. Well, I'm going to try on this map, sort of my recent tactics is move to the north side of the river and flank around. Yeah, we'll do this, but not in white this time. Let's just go with that. White's not my best color unless it's white outside. Oh, come on, Toy Jet. You're not going to try to knock them all down again today with your Puma. here. Oops, too far. Oh good, penetrated him. Didn't survive that long. That KB that I was shooting at, I think, is the one that got me. Anything from here? Oh, sorry. I really need to bump you. Good, I did. His engine. And again into his engine, hopefully causing enough fire to burn him out. You can't keep putting it out. Okay, burnt down, looks like, which is a good thing. Popping smoke. My last hopes of staying alive. stay alive. This is my best crew, so what's available left. Oh, I see you up there. Didn't really mean to do that. Well, guys, we got best squad. Of course, there were 4 of us. Okay, and we're all ready again. Very good. Okay. Well, I'm going to move up towards C, and then around maybe towards B. And yeah, we'll start with that. Yeah, this is a good paint job for this environment. I just like the flanks. Toy jet is just, who needs a road? I'm gonna get there first. But maybe not. He's really going off-road. That's just the USB, and we have so many tanks we don't know what to do with them. Well, that's we can mount some rockets on them. We need some rocket artillery. The Germans are thinking, what are you wasting a tank being a rocket artillery thing? Well, yeah. We got more tanks than we know what to do with. So we'll just put some rockets on a few of them. They weren't meant, of course, to be. Yeah, I see. Okay, and let's convert over to this. And well, let's see if we can. Stug. Not in enough time. I didn't get Stug in enough time. That Japanese thingy. Whatever the hell that is. Okay, yeah. Well, we aren't being very entertaining, people. There's only 3 people watching us. I'm half hoping 3 that are playing with me have turned off, aren't watching because they're switched off for better bandwidth. Oh, damn, sorry, I didn't see, sorry. Don't know how to say sorry.
I got a critical hit on that Stug.
Well, hey, good.
I figured I'd talk to you since no one else.
No, yeah, go ahead. Perfectly fine. Just some of the people don't have microphones or don't want to use them in their current situation. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to hear the Stug died. Let's see if we can take out. We got the guy that got me. Got the Sherman. KB1's behind too much rock. Oh, there. Oh, almost.
And KB1 over here.
Yeah. Trying to get a good view at it, but I can't.
I think it's hell. Nice.
Damn, missed and he got me. Oh well. JP's app froze. Okay, well, no wonder. Yeah, you guys are doing good.
Multiple strategic zones are captured.
Best squad again.
Yeah, well, it's a little unfair because we have 4 people compared to most squads of 2. So we'll play one more and then we'll probably end this and go over. I'll play some Hearts of Iron 4, but we'll keep this up. No, we are the best squad no matter what. Well, Tippett, sometimes we are. Sometimes we are. And there we go.
I had to switch out my Panthers for this.
No problem. Well, because I like the more open spaces, I'm going to move towards C. I do not like this map, but I play here too often. There's a factory of some sort, tractor factory or whatever. Really isn't a place to have a tank battle.
I'm gonna go towards A.
Go ahead. Well, I'm doing good, Junkenberger, and I hope everyone else is too.
I just snuck up on 2G34.
Very good.
I don't think I was.
We've captured most of the strategic zones. Our victory is here.
Tippett gets over where I want him to be and he dies, unfortunately flanking them. I think I shocked his crew. Got 2. Backing up, backing up, backing up. Oh, come on.
We're in the city now over here.
Okay. Here we go. Right now, we all happen to be playing Germans, and we're fighting against everybody, even Germans. If you're talking about Hearts of Iron coming up, I'm playing as Britain fighting against the Axis, of course, but not quite sure. This is just sort of a random collection of tanks. Oh, come on, shit, it's a hollow charge round.
Oh no, I've seen a lot of T-34s.
I bet. Behind me, and too late to turn around, and he's gonna see me and kill me. He hasn't yet, but he now has seen me. Hey, he's moving to kill me, and oh, good, somebody got him. Somebody got him. Sergeant Forvok or something. Okay. Good job. Let's back up and do them a favor and shoot that guy. I think all your T-34s came over here now.
Yeah, I'm coming that way. I don't know, it just seemed like there was a lot of T-34s where I was at.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. This level,
People like the T-34.
at this level we're going to see a lot of them. Bomb coming here, get out. Oh well. That was a bit more and I died from it, I think. Well, from a gun blast. Really do hate all this wreckage. Yes, very good game. Toy Jet. Okay, and as I've been talking in Toy Jet and I talked a little bit, sometime we're starting to get more and more players here, so I hope, Logan, you subscribe and whatnot. And so what I want to do is do more custom battles. Okay, well, you haven't loaded all that yet. Blue Coat, Logan, whatever. Do some custom battles, and even if it's like 4 aside, and pick like a year date, like, I don't know, 1942, and just play with tanks from 1942 and before, and each side picks at least a general faction, you know, the Axis or the Allies or the Soviets, and we sort of battle in that kind of realm a little bit more historical, a little bit more like that. So that's what we're looking at doing. So everybody, we're going to end War Thunder now. I'm going to be moving over to Hearts of Iron 4. So everybody on chat, stick around. But
oh yeah, I subscribed to you a long time ago.
Okay, great. Yeah, I can't follow the list, but just when we go live, yeah. I don't know, the weekends or some other time. Love to have everybody, anybody who wants to play with us. Okay, so your screen's going to be going black. Nothing wrong. And we're going to be starting up Hearts of Iron. Yeah. Single player load, continuing from where we left off yesterday. Okay, so here we are. Here's the current situation. We are, of course, Britain this game, and we are playing what happens if we max out the mine levels for a C zone. 100%. We've got 1,000 mines laid here. Almost 920 because it's 1,000. Okay, you guys are maxed. So, see, I'm not absolutely okay. Sure. Let's mine this zone. Now we are canceling. What is it? There we go. We're canceling that zone. So you mine lay over here, hopefully. And we have 45, so that's so far 45%. Trying to see how effective or ineffective mines are. Oh, we have had some sort of, okay, we lost a attack plane going after supply convoys here. Probably not a whole lot of work to do. I'm just sort of checking. Ah, yes, up here. Everybody's going somewhere. That looks good. Okay, I think we are mostly insufficient. Ah, it's close enough. Hey, Mecha Boy, good to see you, and hello, IKB, and hello, Azads, and hello, Clyde. Have I played? No, I really haven't played Victoria 2. I mean, I've started it up and looked at it a little bit, but I have not played that. Looks like a good game. Looks like a very good game. Sure, there's some people that would want me to play it, and I've considered that, and just sort of goes back to how much stuff can I put out per day. I can put out a lot, but how much does excuse me, how much stuff does people want to, how much stuff do people want to watch per day? Okay, we're gonna start the episode. Can you do a Prussian campaign, Victoria 2? Maybe. I'll think about it. That probably wouldn't be my first choice, but it could be an interesting choice. Trying to form the German Empire, starting at that period. Could be interesting. Let's teach me how to... want somebody to teach me how to play Victoria 2. Like I say, I haven't really played it much. I mean, I've literally just sort of started it a few times. I got it when it was on sale a while ago, quite a while ago. CK, I played it also. We had a battle here. Took out 3 light cruisers and 8 destroyers for the loss of 1 destroyer and an airplane. I played a little bit more CK2, not a whole lot. I played mostly EU 1 and 2, and lots of that. Hundreds of hours of that, I'm sure. I played a little bit of EU 3 and very little bit of EU 4, so I sort of know basically what's going on with it. Resources. Well, we don't stockpile resources anymore in this game, so this is what we have access to. Some of the stuff we were trading for, like aluminum. This we're trading for oil, where we have enough rubber, because we don't need a whole lot. We have enough of that. So we're trying to keep our fuel reasonably balanced out. Okay, let's start the episode here. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 Man the Guns DLC. Yes, this is just a straight game. We're taking a look at that while Black Ice and other mods sort of get up to speed, working with the new DLC and the many great new mechanics added to the game. But also, you need to know just what the standard game looks like. And I am playing this with standard history, and we see things like Bulgaria disappearing already. So that's not pleasing to me, but let's continue here. Well, we have some more panzers coming. Well, panzers, tanks. Where are they? Here they are. Now, let's take a look. We have 244 medium tanks. And we have almost 1,500 light tanks. So, if we were to add a medium tank brigade to this, we could do that. Yep. Let's do that. Oh, and I wanted to see if we could edit. Yes, we can edit colonial or those. Let's see if we can edit some of our exile templates. Yes, we can. So we can do that. That was a question I had, and I wasn't sure whether we could edit those or not. Don't know if it's worth it or we should just change it to some other ones. Got a Dutch leader. Okay, invade Greece for Italy. Invade Greece for Italy, don't know. You mean, I don't know what you mean by that. Now, do you have any medium tanks yet? No, they haven't made it out to you. Oh, gotta unpause it. That would help things go. Okay, improved radar, nice. And let's see, we could do that, but I don't know. Still in 1940, so no, I don't know if we want to use that there. Let's get some of our battle fleet and such better organized. Okay, guys, you attack there. You move to there. New mod came out as not as crazy as Black Ice, but kind of fun and historical. Hearts of Oak is what it's called. I've heard of it. I have not yet checked it out. I do want to check it out. I will probably play it for the channel because I value sort of history the most. History-based mods. You can see some of my ranting, including on this, when things go unhistorical. Not that they have to follow the exact script, but it just, you know, the US isn't going to invade Canada, you know, or something. So things that just wouldn't have happened. That's what really sort of gets me worked up and going, yeah, this isn't the best solution. Okay, you support that attack. The Italian troops from two sides. We have some moderators. I think they could approve that if they want to. Yeah, oh, Downfall, yeah, absolutely. Very, very good movie, and as I just actually saw a YouTube video earlier today talking about how that is probably one of the most accurate portrayals of what Hitler was like at the very end. Okay, Italy declares war on Greece. Okay, that we want to deal with. Indian prince donates fighters. Nazam of Hyderabad, an Indian prince, has generously donated the money to purchase 2 full squadrons of our most modern fighters for the Royal Air Force. The government has expressed their thanks and declared that the first plane will be named Spirit of Hyderabad. Okay. I don't know if Azad's still here or not. Probably has mixed feelings about this, or maybe just thinks he's a complete and total traitor or something. Bruno Graz, the actor playing. Yeah, I heard that, Abraham Lincoln. I did hear that. Britain cleverly used combination of divide and rule, but it isn't entirely so cynical that India was united and the British just cleverly he's a typical loyal subject of the glorious British Empire. Well, the Nazims were known to be quite nutty, Nazi. Okay. India was not, I don't know, was because I'm trying to think back to the days of Clive of India, and such, in my admittedly limited readings of the period, was maybe as unified as Europe was, and the idea that Europe could normally get together and be fairly unified when it comes to a Muslim invasion or something like that, but otherwise not terribly unified Europe. And so that's sort of how I view India. And do we? I guess I better do it. Hold it. Let me see if I can get up there. Okay. We can do that, and I'm gonna hit that. I guess no moderators are here right now. No problem. Don't know what happened to Arno. He hasn't shown up. So, India, I see it as a region, not I mean, obviously it's a country, sort of, now, because you have Bangladesh and Pakistan as being independent countries. So, and whether you throw in Sri Lanka, Ceylon, whatever you want to call that, as part of it. So, I see it as a region, and it's fine that it's unified. I'm not complaining about that or trying to not say that it should be. It's just that's the way it is. But so, like I was saying, Britain takes advantage of this. So a lot of these princely houses, my understanding is they had a considerable regional support for them. I mean, obviously they would have had that, or they wouldn't have been in power. I mean, you sort of have to realize that, because they weren't just, many of them at least, weren't just figureheads. So them wanting to donate to the British might be something of the idea that, hey, Nazis are really bad, Japanese are really bad, Britons are a bit bad, but there are bad, kind of thing, and we will do that. And it might be also partially just, hey, if Britain falls, our local princedom very well may fall to the unification elements. So yeah, let's see, German Forward Plan School in Hearts of Oak, because it gives you 4 years to build all this stuff. You get a huge modifier most. Okay, very good. Like using Rolls Royces to transport shit. Okay, well, don't know if you mean that literally or figuratively, but okay. Gandhi is still alive during this time. Yes, decision. He's at a B-Day. Oh, okay, he's at a birthday party. Cool, thanks, Tippett. Maharathas were unifying. Mongols became their vassals. But with Afghans on one side and Brits on the other, they couldn't consolidate. Yes, they were definitely trying to unify, is my understanding. Britain under their, if I remember correctly, I've heard it described as a confederation, so it wasn't maybe completely unified, but even their political structure. But I may have that wrong. Sri Lanka is its own thing. Okay, well, that's an interesting viewpoint. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just okay. Some of the ethnic groups I think are on both continent and the island. Japan eats China. Is entirely a figurehead. Okay, his ministers ruled in his name, and they did a few genocides. I hadn't heard that because I really don't know about Nizam at all. Really, quite honestly, literally Rolls-Royce salesman pissed him off, so he bought a fleet to transport. Okay, well, I don't know if the Rolls-Royce salesman would have been upset by that because he's made a bunch of sales. But okay, I do get the symbolism. Okay. I was sort of waiting for that. Now that we have that, what I want to do is move you to there. I think we're going to let Greece die because I don't think we can hold Greece. But I think we might be able to hold Crete. We're going to start putting these guys. Okay, this border is blocked here, so we want to come over to here. Put you on trains. Be prepared if when our war breaks out in the east. Because so far we've contained Germany from invading up here. That's good. Fairly federal. Okay, not really confederal. Yes, Italy has invaded Greece. As sort of I knew they would from the national focus tree. One exiled division from Yugoslavia has shown up in the London area. So we can see we a Horsey division from Yugoslavia with full manpower, but not very much equipment. Well, now that you've come there, let's reinforce this spot with one. Okay, they're going after my transports, are they? Looks like it, but looks like we've got naval supremacy now that we also have the Greeks fleet in here. A division, not sure if you're talking about here. Yeah, each one of these represents oh, here. Oh, you mean down here. Yeah, this is 20 divisions strong. This has 5 corps in it, which are these 5 corps, slightly bigger box here. Then these are 20, 23, 6, 16, and 6. with their command structures, I think is what you're referring to. And 24 is the max that a leader can effectively command. Start putting more than that in there, the bonuses go down and things. So it's best just to keep it below 24, if at all practical. Danish leader. So you can see now, if we wanted to, we could add a bunch. We've gotten a bunch of exiled, some French, and various others. We can see their flag of origin. We want to put them in charge of some of the other forces. So we have them. Well, you know what I should be doing here. Okay, where is... No. Where are the... Oh, are these guys? No. Where are the guys that were in Yugoslavia moved to? Probably not Greece, because they weren't at war with Greece at the time. Here? Nope, those are all Free French. Normally they're supposed to move thought to the nearest safe base. Oh, here we go. There we go. There. You move to here and you support. Represent. What about those rectangular boxes on the map that represent on the map? Okay, let me go back to here. Yeah, these, if you're talking about these, yes, these are Hearts of Iron 3's version of a counter. To get the full set of information of what a unit is doing, you need to mix the counter with the 3D model. 3D model will sort of tell you direction, and maybe like that this division here is attacking. We can see that the blue line is that it's supporting that attack. So yes, this is sort of the info box. I would prefer straight pure counters in the Hearts of Iron 3 style. I know a bunch of people don't like those. I think they're the best, but that's just my style that I prefer. Okay, so we've cleared up that pocket there. You guys come here. They're either trying to transport in or out. Oh, you should be up. Also helping out with the Red Sea. We already had some naval bombers, but Far East Command. These guys are currently set on strike force, and these guys are on patrol. Now just patrol here. And we're going to actually have you guys patrol as well. Burn more fuel, but hopefully effectively hit more. Confuse you somewhat. Well, yeah, I understand. And it's a personal taste thing, I will completely admit. I'm not going to say it's a better or worse thing. I grew up playing, you know, war games that are, you know, sort of board game war games as opposed to, well, I also played miniatures too, but that use those. So I just read those as a natural language. You march to there. And so I understand. And now I just like the counters as a informational style. Looks like we're taking some casualties here. Are we now? Oh yeah, we have taken a bunch. Damn, we've lost a bunch of troops. I had my ships out here. They did not do a very good job convoy. Oh, they didn't. They weren't. That's why I lost them. Oh man. Oh boy, I did that badly. No, man. Okay, cover that because I had them here. I didn't have them in Greece, and they all got sunk once they got up into the Aegean. Oh man, I lost a bunch of units because I didn't do that well. Well, we need to reinforce, so we're going to send in more. Now that we have forces there, hopefully they'll escort them properly. Autocorrect, 23 days of fuel left. No, this is days to fill the fuel at this rate. I do believe. Yeah, I'm sure. JP, let's see. Does the game show the results of land battles since I see more naval battle results? They don't leave them on the map. No, they don't leave them on the map like they do for naval battles, and air battles are also not left on the map. You do see air as it's engaged versus ships. So this is German air versus my destroyers here. Yes, you see that, but you don't see air on air because we have. We can click here. Happy to show you. We have a bunch of our fighters up over the English Channel, and we're not winning it currently. That's why it's red, though we are winning over Britain. So yeah, more oil from Iran, or the U.S. is where I want to import more oil from. Yeah, if it was all green, we're fully stocked up on fuel that we can currently store. So we have current fuel. We're using up more than we're currently gaining. My putting in some of those ships on patrol really are gobbling up the fuel. Hello, Sarsfield. Good to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day indeed. So we do need more fuel coming in. So we'll come here. We'll get it from America, as you can see. Let's do that, which of course eats into our civil factories. Is sort of why I haven't just you know, done huge amounts. Okay, I think the big thing is we need more fighters. Yeah, we need more fighters. We are burning up. Just was watching a video on why Hitler lost the war, and the author, he was speaking, I think, to the U.S. War College. That was recorded at. And basically his conclusion was because Hitler was a Nazi. I mean, and he's right. That's why he lost the war. And to put it a little more detailed is whenever there was a conflict, because he agrees, I don't know if he agrees with my strategy of how Hitler could have won, but he says Germany could have won the war, and I agree with that. But he says that every time there was a conflict between what was good for the either a German army or Germany strategically, and what was good for the National Socialist movement, Hitler always picks the National Socialist movement. And so that sort of dooms Germany. And so, yeah, really he could have made better choices on managing that. I'm looking here, yeah. And we could use more aluminum. Starting to get to the point that, yeah, we should get another. And we can also, we'll do that. If it's green, then it, oh yeah. Okay, the Hadley Page. Now that we have the strategic bombers. Yeah, we'll spend that to push that a little further faster. What the? You've all... Do you guys have your medium tanks yet? Well, now you're getting them. Okay, good. That should help. Your mistake was letting Himmler classify Slavs, as Linda mentioned. Rosenberg wanted them to be lesser Aryans. This would mean Slavs would actually help the German army against the Red Army. Well, you're definitely right in the sense that Hitler treats what would be potentially big allies like the Ukrainians as basically enemies, you know, plundering them for their resources and their food. One of the comments that the guy quotes was from like an undersecretary type guy from, you know, in Churchill's government that he interviewed some years ago. He's the reason that the guy quotes, and obviously this isn't the reason, but his quote was, our German scientists were better than Hitler's German scientists. And so Hitler, and not just the Jewish scientists, there are many scientists that leave Germany. There's a massive brain drain out of Germany when Hitler's coming to power. And so Hitler's ideology really makes some really bad decisions for winning the war. And if you go and you look at Hitler's Monsters, the book, and some of the other stuff that I've read, Hitler really does see this whole thing as an ideological war. And that it is to be won with ideology, not won with brilliant battlefield maneuvers. And so he's really sees the world through this kind of view. And that's really affects how he does things. I don't quite know if Rosenberg wants to treat them as lesser Aryans, but he is sees them more as a utility than something to be destroyed. Definitely. German marching songs being taken down by YouTube, even though most of the songs aren't even. Well, for historical reasons, I think the song should be there, no matter what they say. You know, the Horst Wessel song or whatever. Just for pure historical reasons, I think they should be there. Now, if they were, shall we say, because that they're on YouTube, you need a video as an element of it. If they just had photo or film of German soldiers marching, whether they're singing or not, then yeah, I think it's wrong to take them down. You know, let's see if we add some fighter cover to our capabilities here. What we got are these old guys. But if they are German marching songs with what might be, oh, I don't want 100. So we're starting that over again. Categorized as propaganda. Oh, again, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh no, okay. Well, no. Why am I keep clicking the wrong thing here? Control click, move 10. There we go. Okay, I don't know. Because I don't want to, I want to have a reserve. Let's put you up over here right now. Go after enemy air. You come here and round. So I can see that sort of being abused. Build a lot of goodwill with Kaiser's occupation of the Russians. They fretted over. Yes, I agree. German, a lot of people in the Soviet Union hated the Soviet system. The Ukrainians particularly, they would have gladly helped defeat the Soviets. They probably, so long as there was, and I'm sure the people that would have been moved would have been outraged, but so long as a great bulk of the Ukraine was still the Ukraine, but with some border adjustments, not, Ukraine, well, now that's over near Vladivostok or something, you know, moving the people extremely far away. I'm not talking about anything like that, but if we're talking about Germany is attacking the Soviet Union because it wants some more territory, and there's going to be some border adjustments, the Ukrainians probably would have understood, not liked, but understood and go, yeah, we get that. But if it's just some sort of little reservation down here, or the Ukraine has moved, like I say, over to Vladivostok, no, that's not. That's sort of what Hitler was, you know, shipped the Ukrainian peoples out to some other location. Yeah, he could have found lots of allies. Could have found lots of allies. I'm sure you have AZADs. Songs of the Prussians. Germans can really cheer you up after a bad day. Yeah. Well, of course, in my opinion, sort of, the German Empire is really the Prussian Empire. So, yeah. Now, does this transport get through? We've got escorts here. I see Italian subs, good, but we have what should be good subfighters, destroyers, and aircraft, and maybe not many aircraft. Yeah, this time we're getting through, it looks like. Yeah, well, that's part of also, okay, ace pilot promoted. But it comes down to, in my opinion, two things. One, even though the Nazis document a lot of what's going on, they really, really don't want people to, well, actually, no, let's leave the ones we don't want. They really don't want people to know what's going on, the Germans to know what's going on. So they're trying to hide their crimes within the war. So there is that element to it. You crush those guys. But there is also the element of doing it at sort of a bad strategical or tactical moment where we have these guys here. Let's we can go and hold there to let them crush them for not having enough supplies. That'll be good. Okay, good. We now have this, so 57. I don't know. Okay, so it's only going to do. Well, I hear what you're saying, but they knew a lot of what was going on. They chose to pretend not to. And you actually read some of the recorded stuff that Yeah. They knew. Now, well, we don't really yet have air cover, though I'm hoping we would by now, but no. See, God damn. Ugh! This is why I don't look at this air zone. I have these planes here. They cover very little of the air zone because the air zone is from here to here. Well, Tippett. Now, we're not going to go too deep into this because partially for demonetization, partially because it's a very sensitive subject, and I don't want to make light of it. But within the last 2 years, so recently, but not like in weeks ago, but recently I came across the picture that someone, I guess it had been around, but I'd never seen or heard of it before. And it was a picture taken in Poland just before Hitler reviews the parade. What are you trying to... doesn't mean anybody... Okay, we're going to show that, and you're just... But please, I'm having to approve your language. We don't want to be demonetized, AZADs. And so please continue to watch it a little more carefully. Like I was saying, a few days before Hitler reviews the parade in Warsaw after, so you get the time frame. This is 1939, just after the fall of Poland. There's a oh, well, yeah, this one zone should be split into 3. And my basic opinion is pick an air zone size that, say, a ME-109 can fully, if you plunk him in the center of it, he can fully cover his air zone, in the center. So maybe if he's in an air base in, the Moroccan zone, he has trouble covering the Algerian zone, but get an airbase size that's right. But okay, back to so to give you just a few days before this parade that Hitler reviews in Warsaw, and is filmed by Leni Riefenstahl. You know who she was, the director or whatever, who did the movie Olympia, did the Triumph of the Will, all of that. This photo was taken just a few days before that in Poland, of Leni Riefenstahl standing next to a bunch of Germans, just with complete shock and horror on her face, because she's just watching an execution of a bunch of people in Poland. I forget whether they were Jews or whatnot, but they were civilians that were being... She watched her execution of that. She films the parade for Hitler and never films a single another thing for the Nazis ever again. Basically, she's done. She sees one mass execution in Poland. She's done. And this is the woman that did Triumph of the Will. This is the woman that did Olympia. She's done. She doesn't do a single more thing. So it just literally, just like in the next couple of days, she sort of keeps herself together. She's already committed to filming the parade in Warsaw. And that's it. She doesn't do another single film anything for the Nazis ever again. And so it's not because they're losing. It's not This is before they've even had the, you know, Battle in France. This is, and I didn't realize this. And this is why there is no Leni Riefenstahl's movie of Hitler visiting Paris or some other thing. And so here's a woman who was a Nazi. Now, she doesn't publicly do much about it. Obviously, she can't. I would say a lot of people care about the Armenians, too. And you're right, Azads, a lot of people don't know, because I don't know about, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and I do know that the Persians have done various ethnic type cleansings within this region, and I don't know specifically at all about the famine of 1918-19. Hey, John, good to see you. So, I know, well, of course, very much about the Armenian situation, and we're going to try not to use words to get us demonetized, please. That's sort of why I'm talking in euphemisms and why we're not going to go too deep into this. But so I would say here's someone who's a committed person to the new order who bails on it at that point, and I think that may be quite typical of a lot of people if they knew what was going on inside the Third Reich at that time. And yes, I used that title at that specifically title of a book, but yeah. But a lot of the soldiers, particularly a lot of the officers, know what's going on. I don't know about, your average German soldier unless they did sort of see it. That's a little bit different situation. Come on, I moved 3 of you to get there all at once. God damn it. How is this one different? I sent all 3 of you at once. God damn, stop moving. Okay. What's your template? Okay, that's your template. Okay, this guy, we're going to get a new template for you. So that you're all the damn same. Because I don't want to... I know how bad this crap can be. Okay, yeah, you're going to change your template to this infantry division. Because you need to all show up all at the same time. If I send you in there, come on. Because you're not going to be able to hold or take and hold it piecemeal. I know that. During the famine. Well, okay, I don't know about that. I'm not saying I don't know as in I'm saying it's not happening, I just don't know. And I know you're attributing it to some degree as being a British problem, where... Wow. What? Ah! I'll address your comment in a minute, but... I'm just in shock. Why isn't this French territory? Okay, state owner, here is, they're saying is Vichy, can be claimed as French Somaliland. Djibouti as French Somaliland. But why isn't this Free French territory? That's what I want to know. Why isn't this Free French territory? Well, occupied territories. No. Not because I don't want it to be an independent thing. I want it to be Free France, so that, like we have here, France has a chance to use whatever resources, and it won't, you know, it won't be my puppet. It'll be for the government in exile of Free France. Occupied French cores. Well, maybe. Let's see. No, not until I guess we take. They should have cores down there. Okay, now, what about the Indian famine that happened in the British rule? Sometimes the empires have issues that are keeping an eye on what's happening in their colony. Colonies are financial ventures, not humanitarian ones. Well, yes and no, Azads. I've recently watched a short video, meaning something under half an hour, on the famine in India during it, and I don't have the link handy. Sometime I want to put the link and have you watch it to tell me what you think of the video, as in historical correctness and such. Would love to have your opinion on the video. About people don't hear about things until the dominant polity. Well, I would have to agree with that. It is that because we have the terrible thing that happened in New Zealand, and again, we're not going to start using words that gets us demonetized, please. But we have the thing that happened down there. But we don't hear about what happened also very, very recently, within the last couple of months or something, of 150 Christians killed in a church in Nigeria by Muslims. No one hears about that. More people dead. Now, these are people in a non-Western country, and they're non-Western people. We don't hear about it. And it's not, as in some people are, well, justifying, well, they did this, so we can do. No, it's not. It's just, why don't we hear about that? It's because it doesn't fit the agenda of the media. And no, it isn't because they're British or something that you don't like about them in that way. It doesn't fit their agenda. And so it's not, I'm disagreeing with some of what you're saying, but I'm agreeing with it in some ways as well. The Bengal famine, right? That'll be interesting. I like they did talk about scorched earth, but they were talking more about Japanese invasion fears as part of that. There's many Middle Eastern nations, yeah. But Nigeria, you don't hear much about that country. Well, we did under Obama when there was a bunch of black girls taken by black men, and it was Free Our Children or whatever the hashtag, to try to get these black girls that were Christian, I believe, or animist. Not all the black, not all. The capital of currently, the capital of Nigeria is up in here. It's not their most populous city of Lagos. It's up here because it's this sort of northern Muslim faction, and I'm using people. Oh, you're Islamophobic. Some of the things I've tweeted. No, I'm tweeting a picture of a European park in which there's some girls in bikinis getting the sun, and there's two, we presume, girls or women walking by in burqas, not hijabs, but burqas. And so I'm using the language very, and no, my tweet isn't against Muslims, it's against sort of this cultural invasion of Islamification, not anti-Muslim. There's a difference. And so not all, there's three basic, shall we say, basic religions in Nigeria. Northern is Muslim. The sort of southern half is animist and Christianity. Animist is, the spirits of the trees and the bushes and whatnot. Sort of primitive polytheism. That's just sort of the three religions. So I don't know that the church victims are Christian churches, but Christians. But so we see these events happening and other events that did get more play than that, but not as much as the Australian, but were the Coptic Christians being killed in Egypt. No, that's more than a year ago. But yeah, those things aren't getting much play. So sometimes you hear about them, sometimes you don't. Well, okay, and you're right about what Churchill was doing. Oh, I'm sure that, recent, yes. I may have some very recent ones, but there were some very high casualty counts within the last year or so, or maybe a little more than a year. They talked about in this, and I bookmarked it, but I dig it up and I'll try to have it for the next stream and hopefully have it ready to copy and paste for you to look at sometime, and just like you hear. They do talk about that Churchill refuses to send food because they talk about, one, there's a local overestimation of the current food levels, so they actually ship food out before the famine starts. They ship food out. And then there's because Burma's fallen or falling, they're afraid of the Japanese coming over. So there is some scorched earth policy that contributes to it. That's a military perceived necessity. Obviously, it ends up not being needed, but they're thinking it might be needed. So that's understandable. Now, they talk also that there were food shipments from Australia going to England that could have been diverted and weren't. And Churchill says no. Then they get, at some point, they're published in a British, I think, weekly pictorial magazine of the famine. And that shocks the British nation to see just how bad it is. And then it gets sent. Then after that, publicly done, then Churchill and others approve sending food to Bengal once it becomes publicly known. And so, should have been done faster, sooner. Like I say, I'm not saying it was the right decision to do the scorched earth policy, but I can understand it as a military decision, because we can look at Napoleon's invasion to Moscow and the Russian scorched earth policy in the regions that Napoleon's army were moving in. Probably killed lots of Russian people because they didn't have any food. And that winter hits and they die of starvation. We don't hear about that. We hear about the Napoleon's army getting to Moscow and not having food and dying of starvation as it's marching out. Probably a lot of Russians died too. Civilians died because the scorched earth policy. Don't have numbers. I don't know that anybody does. I'm sure some people were sort of evacuated to other areas, but, I'm sure there were people that weren't evacuated during the French invasion of Russia. So, and there was also sort of a southern army and a northern army. I think the northern army was made up of Spanish and Prussians and some French units. And those was also scorched earth around their movements as well. So, that the British did some scorched earth. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying it was the right choice to make, but I'm not going to blame them for that. Now, that doesn't excuse them later on not sending food once the situation is different. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I will. I'll dig it up. It's just buried in my links, and I haven't want to dig it out right now. Right. So yeah. So it's that kind of thing, and so I'm not blaming them, but and again from the documentary, it wasn't a policy like the Holodomor that Britain was doing. It was more like, well, we were doing some scorched and we effed up, and lots of people died, and we should have reacted sooner. That kind of thing, and that this does blame Churchill is secondary, because they blame because Churchill knew that there was a famine, but did he know how bad it was? That's sort of the thing. And because Hitler, I don't think Churchill was paying attention. I'm not saying somebody didn't bring something up to him and that he didn't do the right thing. I'm just thinking he was looking at other things as more important, and this sort of fell through the cracks, and not excusing it, but I'm just saying I don't think it was something that he wanted to have happen. It's something that happened under his watch, and he could have done a better job. So I'm not excusing it. I'm just not saying is this. Is any famine good? Well, not for the people suffering from it. I'm talking about the idea of a military, scorched earth policy. That can be a good thing to do. Yeah, that happens. Well, I think we've gone on long enough for this episode. We're not going to end the chat, so you guys don't need to go anywhere. But we're going to be ending this. So if you haven't already, please like the video. And hey, if you're going to dislike the video, do so. But tell me why. I want to know, is it because of what we're talking about, or just you don't like my play style or whatnot? Love to hear that kind of feedback. So see you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Okay, let's see. I want to save this. We're going to keep playing more. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere unless you got to. Maybe, well. Okay, cool. Okay, before we get started the next episode, whether you want to do it now or later or something, I would really appreciate it, guys, if you could go to the Paradox Forum. You know where that is, I presume. Go to the Paradox Forum, and there's a survey. It's one of the, the banner things that changes on the top of the forum pages. Take the survey, please. Sort of the reason I'm promoting it is one of the things that you get to fill out in the survey is what sort of YouTubers, influencers, streamers that you pay attention to. I would love if you put my name in there. I put mine in that survey, but I also put some other smaller YouTubers that play Hearts of Iron games in there, so and include some others. And also, which would be cool, is what do you do before you buy a game? One of the things you could, that's a check off all that apply, is like watch Let's Play videos or something, so that they know that the more, before you buy stuff. So, and otherwise, just fill out the survey the way you want to about strategy games. It's, what you look for in a strategy game, that kind of thing. Now for me, okay, okay, we're back current, I think. What would be commonly called four-letter words? Very well could be Patrick, or not Patrick, but Sarfield. I keep thinking Patrick Sarsfield. It very well could be. And we can definitely see what the British, how the British dealt with Ireland. Don't know if how calculated versus just being cold that was. Oh, asterisk works just fine for me. I don't mind that. Now, I'm not even minding your language. It's mostly that I'm having to approve it, and the more there is of it, the more likely things will be demonetized, is all. And so yeah, it's just that kind of thing. We don't want to push it too much. There's a whole video on what kind of swearing you can do and when. Well, we've lost. Well, or Canada has lost. Is this? I know not Canada, Australia. I think. Yeah, it's Australia or New Zealand. I can't tell the flags apart. Sorry, Australia, New Zealand, and I do that. And why I was saying Canada, I don't know. Well, we got a submarine there. Okay, well, what we are going to do, okay, well, yeah, these guys are coming here, but let's make these a little more useful. Okay, well, no, hold on just a second. Okay. Well, let's find a good foreign template here. Okay, that's maybe looking like our common one. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. We got anti-tank, reconnaissance engineers, infantry, artillery. Okay, so it's the Danish template here. Oh, we don't have much towed artillery. No, cancel that then. How do we... I thought I had more artillery. Oh, man. We are under artillery badly. Okay. Build more artillery. Red stars are those icky New Zealanders. Okay, good to know. I'll try to remember that. I know it's both, you know, a blue flagged field with the Southern Cross on it, and that I do know that, but sometimes trying to remember which one is which is a bit more difficult. And they're using this sort of, which I'm not used to seeing, this sort of historical, you know, Imperial Canadian flag, you know, with the red field, as opposed to the maple leaf flag that I expect to see. Hello, AJ Glishkoiv, I guess. Why does one rifle division in for it has only 100 when? Because one rifle is a set of rifles. Yes, they're just abstracting it instead of making it out to be the exact numbers. It just sort of, you know, does it really matter if there's 10,000 or 1,000 or 100? You know, so long as it's comparatively the same. Okay, we haven't started the next episode, I know that. So we're not going to change these templates because we don't have enough artillery to do so, because that was sort of the main point in getting in more units. I want to see about building more factories to build more artillery. Okay, and what are our naval battles here? We'll just see in between episodes. We'll get started. In a moment. So, some sort of minor things. No major losses for either side, though we did have. I don't know how and why there's Italians coming around here. South Africa's letting them, I guess. Those are French. Didn't I put some guys? Oh, we may have lost the airbase. No? Thought we had some air bases here. Our aircraft. Okay, well, these guys are going to come up here. They're going to go after anything flying. These guys are going to go out to sea, sink ships. These guys are going to attack enemy ground units. So we have at least some air support for what we're doing there. Thought we had more already. The Africa Corps now. Okay, we have some air out there, but it's not, well, sinking enough, I guess. Okay. You guys come down here. We'll put you out to sea and raid. So I have those two divisions, and I want to, once these guys get to Djibouti, we're going to send a few more up to help hold Crete. Probably also send something to hold Cyprus as well. Okay, that's good, that's good. And we need more fuel. We are way behind on that. Okay, I think we're ready to start the next episode. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with, almost said Black Ice, nope, with Man the Guns DLC. We are checking out the standard base game to see how it works. And, say this, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. But also, either when you're ready to either like or dislike the video, it's fine. But if you dislike the video, I'd love for you to tell me why you didn't like it. For any reason. I understand not everyone's going to like everything, and that's cool. But it really helps me to know why you didn't like it. You're attacking here just simply to slow them up while these guys try to get into here to occupy. That way together. And to hopefully do it successfully that way. Okay. You guys go from here. We get this. Yeah. There. Up to Alexandria. Go by boat. We are super. Thank you, Tippett. I do appreciate that. Because even if I just could get 4 or 5 notifications that, hey, people pay attention to what I have to say about their game purchasing possibilities. More likely to... The thing I'd like to get from them is early access to some of their games. It's sort of tricky right now with Hearts of Iron because I do have early access, but I'm not allowed to talk about that early access. Even when other people are talking about their version of early access, I can't talk about it until it's released. So, but I would like to get early access to whether it's particularly Rome or Imperator Rome or Rome Imperator or whatever. You know what I mean? Their new game coming out. Because early access can mean more views. But it also helps you out in that they'll hopefully make... I'm going to even move these guys now. I was sure I was going to take these guys in Morocco by now. You come up to here totally on rails. But it gets them to know what kind of games you want to play and watch. As we can see, had I thrown in a couple 3 divisions, it wasn't going to save these guys. Okay, well, those are there. Where did my British airplanes that I sent to? Here are they? No. I went to there last time. Or here, maybe. Eastern Mediterranean. No, those aren't them. Where did they go? Keep losing that group. Another channel I mod got early access to upcoming Battlestar Galactica update. Yes, I got that, as you saw, Friday. And I'm quite honestly, I don't think I'm planning on showing it much on the channel. I played it a little bit. That was from yesterday's live stream. I think after you, I'm pretty sure after you left, JP. But I think I'll be streaming it for Slitherine. There, no, that's not us. Polish Air. It was a group of fighters. Where did they go? I'm still missing my fighters that were in Greece. Here, where are you based? Where are you? Oh. Or are you in here? No? Here, where? Okay. Greece. Oh, you're still up here. Okay, no, so, oh, man, I thought they had left Greece. Oh, man. Just spent a lot of time looking at it. So I'm, like I was saying, on the Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, the new Sins and Sacrifice DLC. They sent it to me Friday, want me to learn it, and I may end up streaming it for them. So, and I'll of course announce where and when, if that really starts happening. Oh, good. We've got reinforcements up here. No, it's not a short survey. Okay, well now, are you here now? Because I see the airbase has been finally taken. Okay. Okay, good. You're up here. Still sort of flying over there. Very good. I just want to give cover to them. Okay, fortify East Asia. National focus. And that's where we're looking at now. Okay. Hong Kong. Yeah, I think that's a waste. Landward fortifications. Yeah, it's not going to get us where we want to go. Burma Road. Some military factories. Let's take a look at that. Okay. See. Shinkang, Xiang, is this? Let's see. Oh, yes, I am. I thought I got enough fuel coming in. Well, not all coming here. Okay. Base gain that fuel capacity. Okay, that hopefully will be enough. Okay, Burma Road, Mandalay, and Xikang. Xikang. Here, okay, so they get a factory there. Okay, we'll do that. We'll help out China now while we can. Still, since it hasn't fallen yet. I have noticed this, and this is sort of doing pretty good, that Japan is making progress, is doing reasonably well, but it hasn't just overrun it. And they spend time trying to balance it for that. You have the link to the Slytherins channel. Actually, yeah, JP, I'm now I now stream on Slytherins channel basically on Thursdays. I'm now one of their official streamers on Slytherins channel for a Slytherin Matrix game. So I am now no longer just a guest streamer there. I'm one of that. So Thursdays, and currently I'm doing Strategic Command for that. Something like that, Tippett. So yeah. So I'm doing that for them. And don't know what we're going to end up doing with it. We were just talking actually about it Thursday, Friday, about Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. So we'll see what works out with that this coming week. And one person needed to talk to another person over there to figure out what to do, and I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. But there's definite interest in that. Okay, so we're going to do this here. Don't know if we're going to sanction Japan, because I don't know if we want to push that war. Then we're going to do this Singapore strategy here to try to get that down. Keep India, or keep China alive as possible. Defend India, defend Malaya Peninsula more so than out in Borneo. I mean, sure, if we hold it, that's fine, but I'm not going to struggle for that one. Okay. Now, let's get back over to here. Okay, stop your attacks. We're not getting anywhere. We're waiting for our motorized divisions to show up there. We're waiting for... Okay, and they're here now. What does this division look like? No, I don't want... Keep hitting the wrong... I want to hit there to see what... Okay, that's all right. We're going to take that division up there. Okay, we'll send that to there to help hold. And let's send this over to here to Cyprus. Okay, we now host Greece as a government in exile. Current legitimacy is 29. One division managed to escape. And again, like I was talking about yesterday on this, the idea of a division escaping from, well, Poland intact. No, they did reform. Enough troops did get out as, men without uniforms, get to France to reform 2 whole divisions. So the idea of equipment coming out, of Poland to Britain or to France, because the reason they're going to Britain is because we are head of our faction. They go to the country's head of faction. So if the U.S. joins the Allies and it becomes head of faction, then these will start appearing in the U.S. or whatever. So the idea that, the improved artillery would have, or something like that, would have made it out of Poland to France or to Britain is unrealistic, but it is not unrealistic for, say, Greek equipment, because if we count Crete as a you guys need to reoccupy this here as a somewhat evacuation. There was a lot of Greek equipment, not so much ammunition, but a lot of Greek equipment that did make it out of Greece, at least to the Cyprus, or to the Crete. Crete evacuation. So this is realistic in that sense, and this equipment is realistic in that sense. So we have the mechanic. Some places it fits better than others, and I'm willing to live with that, to have a reasonably good mechanic. And we want to secure this as... Now, why did Greece or Crete go Italian and these islands didn't, and we were occupying these? Okay, now come back and hold the port. Okay, 2 submarines down. And we can see here, Greek exile leader. Okay, we've laid 523 mines, damaged 0 ships, and sunk 2 ships. So just to get so far, these have sunk 2 ships, so they've been somewhat successful. Where's our mine thing for here? Because we're no longer operating here, we no longer have a little doohickey like this to no ships sunk there. They probably haven't been... Oh wait, yo guys, can't you get out of here? Come up to here. Thought I sent you somewhere else. Okay. Well, hey, just no lay mines. Let's see. Okay, well, then maybe that none sunk. Okay. What is it? There we go. Yeah, you don't do that anymore. Down here, let's see. Because I'm just experimenting to see how many. Okay, no ships sunk with these mines. We have sunk ships, I know there. Okay, we've laid sunk. Our enemies have laid 0 mines, damaged 0, and sunk 0 ships. So we've not lost anything to mines. We have ongoing combats. We have 2 results. Okay, 1 other result. Okay, so we've sunk a couple of Italian transports here in the Mediterranean. Take your big fleet out. Thank you. That's probably a smart thing to do, because we have a couple of big fleets. This one, where is it? Here. Where is? Oh, right here. Okay. this fleet, select. Okay, we are going to go, because we no longer have enemies here, we're going to go to Strike Force. So that should go back to port and do that. Now, I don't know if I want to take them off of here or... No, they are... Oh, well. Okay, these guys here. Let's put you out. Convoy rating here. Well, this is where our big fleet is. We've been going after these submarines. We were taking some losses. I think we're going to move you to convoy rating itself. Let's see if we can kill some convoys with our big fleet here. Big fleet. Yeah, it's going to use fuel, but I'm willing to pay for that because I want to hurt them while we can with that type of warfare. Okay, guys. No, we're going to have you come to here. Start driving. Get reorganized as you drive. And yes, we need a lot of things, but I want to... Oh, we have a lot of air experience. So, well, let's first increase our range, increase our engine speed, increase bombing efficiency, reliability, and more range. That looks good. So we're now going to have strategic bombers, Mark 1s. We're going to put those into production to start that getting going, because we want to bomb Germany with those. And we're taking out some of their convoys. Okay, Polish exile leader offers his services. So far we haven't seen a major naval invasion, at least that I could tell, in an area where we have naval supremacy. Now, things have changed. You can now do a naval invasion into a zone that you don't have, for those of you who played the old version, you have to have naval supremacy to, say, invade Cyprus. Now you don't. But if you were to send escorts, or send convoys without escorts, they'll probably get sunk. If you send a convoy with an escort, depending on the strength of the escort and depending on the strength of the opposition at that moment, you may or may not get through with or without certain levels of damage. So I'm sort of waiting and watching to see how this goes, to see if we get invasions. Okay, motorized divisions. Now, motorized divisions. Let's, because we have some more army experience. We don't have nearly as much as we do. Oh, wrong here. This is what I want. Okay. We know we're really low on artillery and we need more. So we're not going to add more artillery, but what about anti-tanks? We have some tank units there. Okay. Additional towed, we have plenty available. Okay, so we will... Or do we want to... No, let's... We do a signals company there. And that there. Okay, Tippett. Have a good night. See you hopefully next weekend, if not before sometime. But you'll probably be asleep when I'm doing some of the other streaming. There we go. Okay, we can afford that in manpower and in units. And we still have not seen, I don't think, though we wouldn't necessarily get the alert of a German invasion up here. As you can see, you could almost walk across this, of course, if you could walk on mines and not have them explode. Okay, well, we just sunk 7 transports. That's good. Good thing we're putting the fleet out there because I want to sink their transports. Thought I sent 2 divisions over here. Did they die or just not get there? I don't know. And now more military factories coming online. Okay, we've got 2 there, but we need artillery badly. Okay, and how are we doing for base gain? 45. Current consumption. We will fill our capacity in 4 months. Okay. Now, when are you going to get your anti-tank guns? Okay, you've already got them. Good. We're going to face some tanks. Well, actually no, because I see they're mostly losing organization because they don't have enough supply. So we're going to push here. We're overtaxing the supply limit. Oh, well, we took out Vichy light cruiser, 2 Vichy destroyers, and a German transport there. I think that was the right move, sending that fleet over on anti-convoy, because there it goes. Transport convoy, whatever you want to call them. Lost some swordfish, well, okay. Oh, lost 3 destroyers. I don't know that we can. No. I know we can do it in our puppet regions. Here we can build some, but no, let's cancel that. Yeah. So, well, let's see. Can we? Yeah, no, we can't. Not in allied zones, and that's one of my sort of pet peeves with this. Building stuff in your allied lands and BIs. Okay, hey Django, good to see you. Well, that's good to know you can do it in Black Ice, because I know you can do it in your, you know, puppets and colonies and dominions and whatnot, but because I really would like to be able to say, oh, build a, you know, radar station here or something. Especially if I'm playing as the US. Another ace pilot promoted. Excuse me. And then what we're going to do here is let's get rid of, how do we do guess 2 divisions. Come up here, because this is in one state and this is in a different state, so that will help the supply situation there. Well, you've done this again. Let's see if we can. And now more factories are available. Hey, thank you. Okay. So I think it's for that. What's our current artillery situation? How bad is it? Okay, we're producing more than we currently needing, but we haven't caught up to our needs yet. So, yeah, more. Oh, good. Okay, you guys have made it there. Very good. You support that attack. If you were to attack there. Should have medium tanks in all of these divisions by now. Yeah, good. As well as light tanks too, but okay, that German unit is snuffed out. So you're gonna come up there. What have we been doing off there? Well, nothing effective. Nothing effective, but I'm messing with them a bit. Now here. Ooh, 1 down. 1 down. 3 down. And 1 down. Okay. So we got a submarine there. Well, very good. See, they're overdoing Vichy. Vichy wouldn't have fought like this. We do know the Vichy did attack Gibraltar. We do know that they were doing some of that type of stuff, but this is just a bit much, I think. Okay, what we need to also do is shift their air operations from North Africa to here. Too far? Too far? It's just what you're telling me, it's too far. Too far for... Okay, well, let's see if we can do it from Gibraltar. See, I'm flying to Gibraltar. 1 division of exiled Greeks forms in Greater London area. Very good. Now, can you do it here? Yes, okay. Hello, Great Jamie. Good to see you. You're way over the supply. Yeah, you're right, Django. I am. Now that's sort of because we got these guys down in this state, and these guys up here trying to move into there. So I'm trying to keep from being too far over the limit. I know I'm over the limit, but I'm trying to balance that to some degree. I probably should move one of these tanks up to there. It just sort of depends on which province we're looking at. Okay, decryption. Okay, King Carol II abdicates in Romania. Very nice. Not that it affects us terribly much. Well, I'm going to wait for 1941 to increase our production in all of these. And I think this is a good time to end the episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And of course, I really love hearing from you, so please post your questions, comments, suggestions. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Okay. Let's see. We'll do one more episode here. Yeah, that's right. We're waiting. Yeah. Going after their supply convoys, which is nice. More subs. Let's do convoy raiding down here. There we go. That will help sink some of their forces coming out of there. And we're sort of kind of just barely getting ready for our war with Japan. I like that China's still holding on with some of the other allies there. Oh, now we've got a lot of Greek soldiers here. Very good. Well, took out a destroyer. Very nice. Okay, we're bottling them up. We're doing that. It's all looking good. Okay, ready to start another episode. Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Man the Guns DLC. And of course we're playing as Britain, and I'm going to take a quick look at our fuel. Daily base gain is 13, current consumption is 11, so we have a positive gain, so I'm not going to get any more right now. I am definitely looking forward to trying this out with playing as Germany and seeing how the new fuel works. System with that. Them from the flank as well as there. You might as well keep pressure on them. Those are mostly spoiling attacks to allow this to happen. More pilots, and I do need to manage pilots. Okay, January 1st. So we're going to come here and we're going to increase our factory capabilities, and we have some of that available. Well, we're going to increase our fuel. Trade with America by one set of factories. That'll help out some. You can probably D-Day soon. Well, not until there's at least a war with Russia. Tango, because I obviously I don't know what's going on, and maybe the AI has thought that it should move all of its armies down to Greece or something, and it's quite possible that it has. This is Black Ice, of course. I mean Hearts of Iron 4, of course, not Black Ice, but Hearts of Iron 4. So it may have done something wacky, but I don't want to do that until at least we get the war with the Soviets going. And then I'll consider it. I just watched what happened to Greece with the Germans and the Italians just overrunning it pretty easily. Okay, well, let's exploit out now, down to here and then up to here. Well, yeah, no, JP, you're absolutely right. Obviously, we are currently just seeing shifting of forces. We do get some intelligence from the radar here. Well, we can turn this on, as we can see here, and that's grabbing up some intelligence levels here. We're getting a little bit, you know, and so we're getting some from places like this. We can't, I don't think, build in Greece, but so I'm not going to play and presume that the AI is completely incompetent. We know it is, but we're not going to play that way and presume that. I guess we should turn that off. Okay, depth charge throwers, very good. We're like that. So we could add that to some of our ships, but our designs. Maybe it's time to do some of that. Construction speed, that's nice. Okay. I don't know. Do we want to make? Maybe not now, but sometime. Make new ship types. I don't know. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so we have this just has rear torpedoes and rear Depth charge throw or standard. We could do anti-submarine warfare level 2 there. Well, I just wanted to back. Okay, so yeah, okay, so the rails versus the thrower. So we could do that to prove this version. Depth charge is 12, depth charge is 8. So we can see how that would improve it. But I don't think we're going to do that right now, but we'll think about that. I do like their new mechanic and the way it's working. Okay guys, you're gonna drive down to here, drive down to Marrakesh, and you're gonna swing up around there, I think. Don't want to be totally fixated there, so I want to check some of these other fields out. British equipped Indian personnel divisions, so we're going to come over here to help deal with that. We're still needing artillery. Oh yeah, okay. Barely, we got one strategic bomber so far. So we're producing more fighters than we're consuming, so let's do that. More artillery. We'll eventually let it get to be 2 more slots. These guys get to there, then we'll start our attack there. Pin all these guys down. Let's see about more radar. I really wish radar I could build to my level and not to my colony's level. Yes, I could build this in Hong Kong, but maybe you should give Singapore itself to Britain. That would probably be the best decision. Give Singapore to Britain, leave the rest of Malaya to be the colony, so the resources are in the colony. Nope, that didn't build it. Click on a space, it allows me. There we go. Those will build pretty quick and give us a better look in around at our enemies. I didn't say stop. Keep moving. Keep attacking. Yeah. No, it wasn't some backwater fishing village. See if there's any of these we should spend some of our precious little political power on. French fleet, okay, Hansa Vichy. British demand fleet, I don't know if we want to do that. Yeah. Daily manpower. Well, currently we've got million plus manpower, so I'm not so much worried about manpower. Yeah, we're not going to spend any of our limited. Oh good, it looks like we made it across the river. That'll be a nice panic for them. Come on, you get across the river there. I think you have engineering units, don't you? Yep. So you can do bridging. And these guys are showing up piecemeal, of course, but yeah. Well, I totally understand why like motorized units get there before infantry units and things like that. Okay, well, mentioning motorized units, you go to there, you go to there. So we don't get cut off, hopefully. And you support that. You support that. You put pressure on them. Okay, now that they've crossed there, before these guys wake up too much. You joined that fight. And mechanized offensive, very good, that'll help us out, but we want to come over here and increase production efficiency cap. And what do we think? Nothing. 3 transports, convoys, whatever. Oh, well, they don't? Well, I really love the radar mechanic. I like to have the better intelligence, and I know it really helps out the fighters win the battles. We can look here, and we're not winning over the channel. We currently have 488. They have, almost 600, just one under 600 for actual fighters for it. So that's why they're winning there. but hopefully we're battling on good advantages. We've lost 4. Yeah, it looks like they lost 1, but so yeah, so we're battling them. No, build slots are meant to be production level caps. So infrastructure increases supply levels. What increases your build slots is these here. Because this says max factories in a state plus 20%. This is plus 20%, plus 20%, plus 20%. So these are increasing the building slots. So if you want to do that. And similarly here, this one if you want to do dispersed. These two paths. This is the main way to increase build slots per state. So if you have, 5 build slots, increase it by 20%, that should get you to 6. That kind of thing. And it rounds up or down at some level. I don't know exactly, but the math on that. The other way to increase build slots is to come over here and get, because like here, this Hong Kong, add 1 building slot for Hong Kong if we wanted to do that. So there are national focuses, different ones that will increase your building slots in a province. Okay, you guys come to there. We don't care if they get cut off because they're sitting in a port. Okay, they've just been stopped. Or not stopped, but crushed. That pocket. These guys did what they were supposed to in stopping them from dealing with him coming around, and also ended up allowing them to break out fast. Uh-oh, we're back down. Okay, current consumption is up at 15 and we're at 11 import. I don't know why we're not bringing more in. We're losing that much of our sea battles? I don't know. We may need to start building more convoys, but naval route efficiency. Oh, they've got submarines out here now. Uh-oh, 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 okay. Well, now that you've taken away my damn islands, America, they can't base out of here anymore, America. You need to give me port access, America. Ireland, give me port access. Who are you? Okay, can we base out of you? You're not in this war. Okay, well, we want to get to the Mid-Atlantic Gap. That Mid-Atlantic Gap wasn't for convoy escorts, it was for air. Well, come down to here. Maybe you can base out of here and get to there, to the Mid-Atlantic Gap better. Well, actually, as I'm just sitting here, here's what I should do. I'm not used to doing this. Access level avoid. Don't go here. That's what I should have done. Avoid that. Go around that. So, well, let's go to no-go. There we go. More things are avoiding it. And I think that's America or somebody else is coming through there or something. Okay. I forgot about that. New feature to get around it. Burma Road is complete. So let's look. We still this is still all blocked. Good. But they have another factory up in here which we really can't see well. They're not yet our allies. These guys, you come to there. Forming a line out here. Okay, good. I think we're doing this in time. Sanction Japan. No, not now. We're going to build, which is coastal forts, but we'll also get down to do landward forts. We're really going to try to hold at least one fort in a province in the state. Right, okay. We're pushing for that. We're just January 41. Okay, so we are bringing in a teeny bit more than we're using right now, but we'll just increase that by 1. Oh, and do we have a better what's our negatives? More war support, factory production. %, recruitable population. Well, we're already doing extensive service by requirement. Recruitable 10%, recruitable 5%. That sort of does down the export focus. Well, yeah, I know. Construction speed slows down. Research speed slows down. Factory output, dockyard output slows down. Resources to market. Yeah, but I don't know that resources. Oil obviously is a situation. I'm for the moment I'm good with the export focus. Because we're not Germany and we have lots of resources. So if you have a good reason, anybody has a good reason that we should go over to this, I would definitely consider that. Well, looks like, well, didn't sink any there. No, we have cut off their port, so they can't import more. You can support that attack. Yeah, that might be an idea. Resource decisions. Yeah, that may be maybe where we should spend our resources. Oh, pause while I look for this. It's a lot of them. Let me just grab here. Okay. Ross Gareb oil field. Where's Ras Gareb oil field? Is that here? Where is that? Does it say somewhere? Owns Eastern Desert. Is this? Desert Province. Does anybody know where this is? That here in Egypt? Okay, it's here. Okay, so somewhere in here. There we go. Eastern Deserts, Aswan. Okay, so yeah, I think we will do that. That is 25. We'll use 3 civilian factories, but we'll gain 6 oil there. So we'll go with that. And the US. 105mm howitzers. Great. Good. We'll take that. That will help us out with our, I think, continuing. Yeah, though we're building more than we need for expansion or replacement, but we're not catching up there yet, so that will help. The Arsenal of Democracy has awoken as an arsenal, at least. Overrun, very good. You guys come to here, you come to here. You can come along the coast. Well, it looks like the North African army is done. So, let's get you guys to here. We may come down here and finish off this if we need to. Well, it looks like we may need to. Still holding in Crete. Well, I like Hearts of Iron 3 better than I do Hearts of Iron 4, John. That's if you like a detailed game that you really want to get into the details of the game. And I would only, well, let me amend that. If we're talking of Hearts of Iron 3 or Hearts of Iron 4, I prefer Hearts of Iron 4. But if we're talking Hearts of Iron 3 Black Ice, I prefer that over Hearts of Iron 4. So it's the Black Ice version, the mod. And that stands for Iron Crown or Iron Cross edition of it. So yeah, and you can get it on sale pretty cheap at times. I think I bought just the base game for $3 on Steam or something like that. It's definitely less than $5. Just the base of it, not all the DLCs for it. I'd already gotten all the stuff. I just wanted a Steam copy. I already had one other copy of it, so I bought another copy on Steam. So yeah, you can get it pretty cheap. I would recommend it. You can of course watch my Black Ice videos of playing it and see if it's for you. I would recommend that. It's a bit, in some ways, especially with Black Ice, it's a bit more detailed. Well, let's see. We're going to put all over to his command. And you're going to come down to here. No, you're not going to drive all the freak around. That's what I think may have happened to some of my... Go to that port. To this port. There we go. Oh, we got a transport now. That's still going on. Got some our fighters. Guess we're taking your command away from you, giving it to him. Well, yeah. I want. Oh, don't. Cancel that. Actually, seeing, I think we might be able to come to a closer port for you. This port here. Nope. There we go. That port, I guess. Use a submarine attack. That might be a good idea. Green attack. That would be a... Yeah, we'll do that. Artillery. Well, we've maxed that out. I don't know if I want to go beyond that. What else are we needing? Port equipment. Okay, that was quick and easy to figure out. We need more support equipment. So let's do a couple of factories of that. So we've secured North Africa. We're sending some of the forces down to West Africa to finish that off. We're starting to build up a defensive line out here. Not that it's needed yet, but that could change. We're going to shift some forces to hold here. And we're still holding southern Norway from any invasion. And we are building up our army here, as we can see. Well, this force are... Oh, the Greeks were a mountain force. What does the template look like? Just mountain troops. Okay, that works. Oh good, we got some infantry, motorized infantry here, very nice. And we have a Dutch exile leader wanting to help us out some. Alright, well... Not sure, not sure. Oh yeah, no, the Greek mountain troops were very good. The problem with that unit is it has no supporting elements, so don't know whether we want to try to upgrade its order of battle or not, but just don't know if it's worth spending our, well, we're getting more army experience. If we had lots, if we had like air level, because we're constantly fighting air battles, then it would be sure no problem. Well, I think we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the video. If you want to dislike it, fine, do so. Just tell me why. I would really appreciate to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron. Okay, let's save this. Okay guys, I think we're going to end the stream here. I really enjoyed being with you. Just getting a little tired, and it's been fun, but gotta hopefully leave them while there's still somebody around who wants to watch, so you'll come back next time. I will very likely be, though it's not set, but very likely be streaming on Thursday on Slitherine's channel, Strategic Command, World War II, the World at War edition of that game, which you may have been seeing also being shown on my channel later on the YouTube thing. And of course, next Saturday morning on Twitch, and Sunday morning on my time at least on YouTube. So love to see you around, and of course there's videos to watch on my channel. So thanks so much everybody. Thanks JP, thanks AKB, thanks John, everybody.